Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Terry.
And we're Escaping the Empty Nest.
Terry and I are huge baseball fans. We even went to Wrigley Field on our honeymoon. I'll post the footage of us being chastised by Harry Carey at the end of this video. So when we planned our first trip to Boston, we knew we either wanted to see a game at Fenway or at the very least get a tour. We were there between the end of the season and the start of the playoffs, so a game wasn't in the cards, but we were able to snag a tour, which was the first thing we did when we landed.
You could only book tickets for the tour 30 days in advance, and ours was sold out. So we were glad we got them well in advance.
We've even had boxing here and cage match wrestling, believe it or not. We've had that here at Fenway over the years. And we had skiing.
As for the tour itself, the feeling of coming through the tunnel and seeing Fenway for the first time was amazing. It's an iconic park and we couldn't wait to explore it. The tour guide was great. He could answer any question we threw at him, and he made the tour very interesting and informative. For part of the tour, he sat us down behind home plate, and wow, were those seats uncomfortable. Compared to modern stadium seats, they were tiny. There's no way I could make it through an entire game sitting there.
Something they do now that would have been unheard of a couple of decades ago was getting to go to the top of the Green Monster. They obviously sell tickets for game day, but first row tickets go for $200 for a normal game night, and that's a ton of money for any game, especially outfield seats. The view is spectacular, and we could have sat there for a lot longer just thinking about the history of the wall and the team.
We got to walk through the press box, and that reminded us of the scene at the end of the movie Moneyball, but we didn't get to go in the clubhouse. Too bad. I was hoping that would be part of the tour.
We then went to the right field roof deck. It has a similar view as the Green Monster, but during the game you can sit with your friends at a table of 4 to enjoy the game. We usually don't like outfield seats, but I think this would be a great way to catch a game. An added bonus was, as we were finishing up the tour, the sun was setting behind the press box, and it was a great time to take photos.
Marks the site of the longest home run ever hit here at Fenway Park, 502 feet from home plate. We know it went that far because it hit a guy on top of his head when he wasn't paying attention. Fan's name was Joe Boucher. He was from Albany, New York. He said, "How do you feel you got hit in the head by Ted Williams?" And Joe replied, "How far does one have to sit here at Fenway to be safe?"
From there, our guide led us to the Royal Rooster Club, which houses the Fenway Park Museum. It's like a little slice of Cooperstown right there on site, with hundreds of artifacts on display covering more than 100 years of Red Sox history. We viewed the displays at our own pace until we had seen everything, and then exited the building close to the bronze statues on Van Ness Street.
All in all, it was a great way to see the ballpark and to get a feel for the over 100-year history of it, but someday we hope to see a game there.
This was just our first day in Boston. We'll have several more videos over the next few months on the rest of our exciting tour of New England. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
We want to welcome and congratulate Mark and Teresa Finley from Dallas, Texas, who are here on their honeymoon, enjoying the Cubs playing the Pirates. What's a younger generation come to? Coming to the ballpark on your honeymoon? You'd think certainly you can find more interesting things to do without going far from home.
Well, didn't you always say that you can't beat fun at the old ballpark?
Runners are on first and second. Nobody out.